you are penalizing this. A US is I can see a zealot or a frontman of human rights in the world. So if I can speak to the representative Department of the Department of State of the United States, I could advise and maybe to think about to change it how it's in Canada and to depenalize those this criminal acts like you have that penalize those parents that have full parental rights, because this is violating of the, we can say European, but of course you're not a party, but it could be better that the US as a leader of this humanitarian rights in the globe would be who could change it. So anyway, this is our recommendation also to US. Canada, yes. We can say other countries. We are in OSCE, so we are speaking about the OSCE. OSCE is not a part of the convention. We have the purple lines, so the Belarus and Kazakhstan, who are the part of the convention of adoption of children, but are not in the Council of Europe for now. And other countries like Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan did not belong to the Council of Europe and not being the party of the Hague Convention. So we mentioned them because they are the OSCE countries. So the Poland case is one of the cases, but of course it can differ from other countries. We'd like to compare it for how it's in other countries, how it's in the US from the US perspective, from the Russian perspective, from the other perspective. Would be great if you had contact and feedback how it's on the other side maybe. And but from our perspective, our data, what we gather from the Polish Ministry of Justice, this data that we have gathered from as a public information, as a foundation. So the biggest sources of applications for from the Hague Convention is from Great Britain, Netherlands, and Germany. From our perspective, our foundation it's France, it's Italy, France, and Belgium. That is the most that are coming here to Poland. Okay, so more data. This is the Poland case. So this is one of the cases. We have data from the Ministry of Justice. So we can see that in 2016 there were 95 applications. So the registered application in the Ministry from the Hague Convention. 2017 was 122 and 2018 133. So we can compare that it's rising. So the applications are rising. They're coming here to Poland. But comparing to which one were rejected and which were accepted, so rejected would be that the Polish authorities didn't agree to send the child back. It was 37 in 2016 and 45 in 2017 and 2018 in 43 in 2018. We can see that it's a big increase, but it's not so much dynamic. But we have a quite large decrease of applications that were accepted. So we can see that we can compare that objectively, that there are cases are coming, but the child that are going back are less.
Sorry, one question. If we had 133 applications, what about the rest of the data?
This is the next slide.
Okay.
This is the next slide. This is our assumption, because we don't have this, because we had data from the ministry and we have data from the general attorney. And we don't have this. It was before this human dimension implementation. So it's our question. What's about those others? So we are thinking, but it's only assumption. So that those are all formal flows. So maybe they're bouncing back from the central organ, Poland, and going back because some formal flows. But we don't know. So this is, we can say that from mathematics it's 10 in 2016, 2017 60, and in 2018 is 77.
And what is the official answer for this of our ministry?
We don't have yet because it was before, so we're gonna ask the department of the how is this is the question that we must know, of course, because it's differ a lot. So this is one question that we from the data that we objectively found that it's different. The dates are different. Okay, so I'm gonna give a small introduction about the going back to the Hague Convention, the Brussels II, and the other, the Luxembourgian Convention, and so on, the European law. Coming to Poland, because we had the Poland authorities introduce a new bill that implement those conventions in Poland. The Central Authority Act, the Act of Polish Central Authority regarding the Hague Convention, other related to parental child adoption. So this is our saying. Is not the name of this of the act. It was introduced in the January. It was in the August last year. It was introduced into force. So from this year we have a new regime of this working, and I'm going to speak about this new regime, how it should look, and how the ministry wanted that it would work, and how it works in the reality. So I'm gonna give you a small introduction. Of course, this is the national law that each state should be applied, and Poland was one of the countries that didn't apply it. So that's why the ministry did it, but it went maybe not so good like they expected. Okay, so this is the act. This is the Polish act. And the date of 27 of August 2018. So we have 1 year. We can compare. We can see how it's working. And this act complies to, like I said, Luxembourgian European Convention, the Hague Convention of Child Abduction that we are speaking the most, and the Hague Convention on 1996, which is connected to the first one, and the Brussels II, so-called Brussels II. So the Council Regulation number 2301, and so on and so on. I mentioned only on Brussels II. This is the European law that was introduced to Poland when we were, after this regulation came into force, we came to European Union. So we didn't have any opinion about it. We couldn't form this law in European Union. So we recommend the Polish government to work with Brussels to the European Commission to change this law, and that Poland and other countries that joined the European Union in 2004 could adjust the migration between the east and the west of Europe and so on. So this is a crucial issue that we should work on it in Europe. But the Hague Convention, I think it's hard to change it. But if the states should, and recommend the states who are the party, to work on their central acts, the acts of central authority. I think this is the most thing that they can do. They can fulfill this convention based on their national ground. So this is our recommendation, because changing the convention would be really hard, I think. Okay, so this is the official document that we got from the Minister of Justice, Zbigniew Ziobro, who is very famous now in Europe and so on, from other issues. And we like to send open letters, because the ministries and the president are always answering us. So we make an open letter for the Minister of Justice, Zbigniew Ziobro, and we had a reply from the Department of Family and Child Issues and the Sub-Department of Trans-Regional Affairs, we can say. So this is those points are from this document, official document from the Ministry of Justice, that explains how the acts should work, how it works, and what are the beneficiaries from it. So it replaced the local courts as a first level courts to work on this issues, Hague Convention, Brussels II, and so on. So they, the first level would be the secondary, and the first level in these cases would be the secondary level in Poland. Because of this, the second appeal level would be only one court, which is the Court of Appeal in Warsaw. So we have 11. We have 11 district courts, which are formally secondary courts, secondary level courts, and they are the first that those issues are going in. And we don't have in appeal. We have one court in Warsaw. It's one court. We know it. They know us. They know us. And from the practice of this court, we have a lot to say about them. Okay. Second thing, and this, of course, change would be the professionalization of the cases. That the judges on the high level would be more experienced, and the court. The appeal court would be the most experienced in those things and would be the best judgment. So this is what would be the goal that they want to achieve. Excuse me. Second one, introducing the obligatory legal assistance. This works in appeal court. It looks interesting because they can't I don't know how it's in the first level, but in appeal, it looks like that. Of course, the mother can't represent herself. Must have a lawyer or I don't know how it's in English. What's the